The third thing is, this is a tough one too. Well, it might be controversial, might be very controversial. If you're sensitive, you might want to cover your ears. Or 3 things to make sure you do during a dopamine fast. If you're not sure what a dopamine fast is, a dopamine fast is simply a time in your life, could be a couple hours, could be a couple days, could be a couple weeks, could be a couple months, where you go an extended period of time without any dopamine release, without any intentional dopamine release, for the purpose of getting crystal clear on what you want to do with your life or with your business or with a relationship or just with the next step in whatever you're working on. If you're stuck on a problem, dopamine fasting is by far the best way to get the answer. Why? Because humans, we are inherently geniuses. We are geniuses from birth. We are thinking machines. We are creators, and we are able to create solutions to any problem that we have. We don't need to seek a guru. We don't need to read a book. We don't need to watch a YouTube video. We have the answers within us right now. But because of videos like this, because of videos like the next one you're going to watch, because of the videos that you watched just prior to this, because the next song you listen to, we're constantly getting distracted with all this different input. And some input is better than others for sure. Like this video is very healthy input. This video is like eating a fruit or a vegetable, very, very healthy. Other input is just drama, gossip, bullshit. And by consuming healthy input like this, before going off and doing a dopamine fast, you're gonna be a lot better off than if you were to watch a ton of drama, gossip, bullshit, and then do a dopamine fast. So my very first tip, I'm gonna give you 3 tips in this video on how to make a dopamine fast a success. The first tip is, before you go into a dopamine fast, make sure that before you do it, you only consume really good content. Really good books, really good audiobooks, really good YouTube videos. Stuff that's gonna get you crystal clear, stuff that's gonna give you ammo and motivation and inspiration to succeed with the dopamine fast. So that's the first thing. Make sure you go into it fully loaded with really good thoughts, really good information, really good insights, really good video content. Part of the first one too is the preparation, and that is make sure you tell all your friends and family members that you're not gonna be available for this period of time. Tell your mom, tell your boyfriend, tell your sister, tell your mom and dad, your cousin, your co-workers, whatever, tell your whole team that you're not going to be available for this period of time. It can be tough. You got to go through your whole Facebook list, your whole Instagram list, your whole email list, your whole phone contacts, and tell everyone, hey, I'm not available on these dates at these times, because you're going into a dopamine fast. Okay, so that's the first thing. Make sure you're well prepared. The second thing to do is make sure when you do go in the dopamine fast, you do it correctly by shutting off all Wi-Fi. Unplug your Wi-Fi router. Give away your laptop. Give away your phone. Or lock it up in a box at least. There are lock boxes. I'll post a link below where you can lock up your phone. And just get all the technology out of your house. No audiobooks, nothing. No music, nothing. To do a dopamine fast properly, the only thing you want to do is take pen to paper and write. That's it. Some people say, oh, you can go for walks and stuff. I wouldn't go for walks. Walking is a waste of time when you're dopamine fasting. Walking is great for your soul, sure. But when you're dopamine fasting, walking is a waste of time. The purpose of a dopamine fast is to get stuff up and out. If you want to go for a walk with a notepad, okay, that's great, do that. But unless you're walking with a notepad with the intention of getting stuff up and out of your brain onto the paper, don't do it. Okay, the purpose is to get really bored. And if you're not bored, you're not gonna get your best ideas. The best ideas come from boredom. The best insights, the best spurts of inspiration and motivation and genius, the best sparks of genius come when you're super bored. And it's really hard to be bored when you're walking. It's really easy to be bored when you're locked at home, in your bedroom, in a closet even, with just a pad of paper and a pen. So that's it. Do what you can to get super, super bored. In fact, I remember one time I was just in a rough place, just like maybe a couple months ago. I was in like a rough place. I was just like, didn't know what to do next. I went in the shower and I just stared at the wall. Turned the shower and I just stared at the wall in the shower. I just stared. And within like a minute and a half, I was like, oh my God, I know what I gotta do. Got out of the shower, grabbed my notepad, went for a big walk and wrote all of my ideas. And I'm like, wow, my life is so good now. It's amazing. Just by staring at a wall for a minute and a half, getting super bored. In the past, I've done dopamine fasts where, oh my God, like that's how I started to make all my money online. I started doing webinars after a dopamine fast, give you the insight to do a webinar. To do the Plant-Based Revolution Summit, I created summits after doing a dopamine fast. I had no idea what I was gonna create. I was like, let's do a dopamine fast. And I got the insight to do a summit. All my best ideas have come from a dopamine fast, but I've done them correctly. And the way to do them correctly is by telling people, hey, you're not gonna be available, getting rid of all technology, locking it up, so there's no temptations, and then taking pen to paper and brainstorming. You have to get the ideas out on paper. That's the whole point. And the more ideas you get out on paper, better ideas they're gonna come up. Initially, maybe some shitty ideas. Just get them out anyway. Just keep writing down your ideas, no matter how dumb. That's a very good point. I'm not gonna skim over that. Get your ideas out on paper, no matter how dumb they are. Okay? Because you have a lot of dumb ideas, but they're all crammed on top of all the good ideas. So get all the dumb ones out, and then eventually the good ones are gonna come. You're not gonna have a brilliant idea the first time. I mean, you might get lucky, but it's a haystack in there, man. There's a needle in there that you're looking for, and you wanna go in there and feel around, take out all the pieces of hay and find that freaking needle that you're looking for. That's the second tip to doing a dopamine fast, is taking pen to paper and not going for walks unless you have a notepad and pencil with you, okay? The third thing is, this is a tough one too. Well, it might be controversial, might be very controversial. If you're sensitive, You might want to cover your ears or click off this video right now. But the third tip is when you're doing a dopamine fast, you don't want to have any sex, you don't want to eat any food. No masturbation either. Why? Because eating food, having sex, masturbating, releases dopamine. And the purpose is to not release dopamine so that you become super sensitive to your ideas, to how good of an idea you really have. And the more you do dopamine fast, the more you realize you're a freaking genius. Because instead of music releasing dopamine, instead of TV shows releasing dopamine, instead of scrolling on Instagram or YouTube or Google or whatever, instead of internet releasing dopamine, you're now releasing dopamine from your ideas. You just become so bored, your whole perception of life changes, and you think, you know what? I would be willing to climb that mountain after all. Figuratively speaking, I would be willing to climb that mountain and go after that business goal. I would be willing to email those people and ask them if they're interested in starting a retreat or a business or a festival or something. You know, like you just start getting crystal clear, and because you're so bored, all of a sudden now you're willing to do things that before you weren't willing to do because you were just so dopamine infused. You were just so dopamine overdosed. So by doing this dopamine detox, by clearing your mind, you get so motivated, you get so freaking pumped up, and you're like, I can do this, all based on your ideas coming from within. So this is why it's really important to make sure before the dopamine fast, you go into it with really good information. That way you're not thinking about stupid shit during the dopamine fast, you're actually thinking about what you just learned. And the second thing, once you go into it, make sure you're just brainstorming the whole time, like pen, paper. The only thing you're doing is writing ideas. Are you gonna get bored? Yes, that's the point. If you're getting bored, you're hitting the right stride. You're on the edge, you're riding that wave of genius. Is it pleasurable? No. Is it effective? Hell yeah. It's like that Buckley's commercial. It's like, tastes bad, but it works. So dopamine fasting is like that. It's super boring, but it works so well. So that's it for this video. If you want to find out what I created during my dopamine fast, and more about my story about how I created what I created through my dopamine fast, I'll post a link to that video below, talking about something called the freebie funnel method. I coined the term during my dopamine fast, and it's gone on to make me tens of thousands of dollars every month just by implementing a really, really simple plan. So if you like a simple plan of making a shitload of money every month, then the link is below. You can watch that video and then do your dopamine fast. That's probably the best video to watch before you're doing a dopamine fast, okay? That's that. I'll leave you with that, but for now, take care, much love, and go do a dopamine fast. If you want crazy, crazy results, then make sure you take pen to paper. All right, ciao for now. Peace.